beats.
High MMR play.
That's completely true, and I mean you see that at every level of gameplay. That's why you see people that like might go all the way to Diamond or Champion in like one of the game modes, but get stuck in like Gold or Plat in another one in regular play because they tend to not be able to go backwards and match their speed backwards to the pace of the game below them. But you know, hopefully at this high of a level, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But starting it out. We are going to come out with Alex trying to do a little bit of a air dribble right there, but he's just going to pass it off to Buddy Van Doodle, who takes the shot and Prospects just barely missed him. That was a chance coming out for less than 0, but not going to happen just yet.
I respect Jesse's choice of the Gizmo car. That is a it's a bold choice, and it's maybe it's just what he's comfortable with. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it looks like Bedtime has most of the pressure right now.
Yeah, they definitely are doing well. They had a couple of chances right there. Just missing wide again is Buddy. He's had a couple of shots, but they've been just off target. As finally Bedtime Esports take a little bit of a chance right here, but not able to do anything with it. Trying to transition out of their half, but less than 0, keeping up a little bit of pressure. Out of the back comes Rep. He goes to the side, and he's looking for an opening. He's going to go for an individual play air dribble, trying to get into the back wall, but good block coming out from Prospects. But that Gizmo was right there to follow it up, and Jesse clears coming out from Prospects, and it's cleared back to Rep. Got a little bit of ping pong going on as the ball comes down to the side, and here might be a chance, but Jesse doesn't really get as good of a 50-50 as he'd like. Rep plays this high to the middle, and Prospects is up for it, but I don't think Ailey's going to come out for it at all, and Prospects is just going to play it high with no boost to see what they can get.
Oh no!
Finally, though,
right there. Oh no! That's I think that's the biggest mistake we've seen in this game. But yeah, these definitely is a lot. I think more even matchup than the Eden and H2O so far. So hopefully it keeps up like this and we have a good series.
Yeah, right now it definitely has been much more even. As you see, Rep try to get this over. Is Buddy going to be able to get to this? No, he's not. That could be a chance. Here comes Jesse off the wall. This is a pass. Slimy can't play, but he doesn't quite get around it. That was a pretty decent opportunity right there coming out for Bedtime, but not able to put it down. Now,
yeah, that was definitely a really good opportunity. And, I mean, like, you can't really say which team right now is a favorite because just by watching this, they're both, looking for each other. They're both having good passes. Their execution on the shots is not all the way there. But, I mean, I feel like it's just those first day jitters. You're on stream. So I feel like once they get a little bit more comfortable, we're going to see some definite bangers on that.
Yeah, definitely. You're seeing a little bit of that jitters. You're seeing that they're kind of in the right spot, but a quarter second late on the shots or whatever, where it's just barely behind as Jesse tries to throw one at the net right there to see what he can get. Slimy's going to be able to settle this for a clear, though, but it's going to come straight to Buddy. He plays that one hard. I'd like to have seen him settle that, but here it comes back down the field. This might be a chance. Aile's going to play it to the side. He gets it up all high on the wall. Rep coming around, trying to put some pressure on, and Aliex is going to keep this right in front of his goal, though. Not much going.
Ooh, what a deny.
Right. Yeah, good denial right there from Prospects. Prospects had a pretty good season last season, trying to keep that up again here as Rep comes in looking for the small touch. Can Slimy keep this in? No, he can't. Here comes Prospects. Counterattack opportunity. Does he have the boost? No, Jesse's able to get there. Ale, that's a weird touch. I don't like that touch. That almost was a goal, putting it right in front of the net for Rep, he's just lucky he had his teammate behind him right there, and Slimy is going to break open scoring finally as this ball spills out towards the middle off of this touch off the wall. I think Jesse actually got most of that, yeah.
And just as I'm saying, these are so even. We only saw one little double commit. That was just not a good push from less than 0. They had, 2 people caught out, and they looked like Buddy tried to bump or was just trying to push up, but they just put themselves in a bad position. But here they come back, just trying to start swinging, and maybe they're woken up from that goal.
Yeah, that really was a good chance, but that's the 3rd time we've seen Buddy with a decent chance, with a little bit of contest that he just barely put it wide. I know it can be hard, especially when you're nervous to put it on, but he's going to have to start sinking those. As this passing play comes out, trying to find the 3rd pass to Prospects, but Prospects a little behind the play on no boost now. Is just going to kind of try to follow this ball down as Z Sports wins the 50. Slimy's going to be looking for his opportunity here, but Aliex is trying to keep him off of it. And finally coming in is Jesse, trying to keep this advantage into his half, see what Bedtime can do. A little bit of a double commit to the corner right there, but luckily Slimy is in the back to hold it down, looking for the pass. He barely misses it, but there's another whip, and Jesse has the shot to Slimy. It's slow, but it's going to go, and that's 2-0.
And, you know, again, same with the first goal, less than 0, just mistouches. Alex misses there. Prospects, that was not really good push from me. I would have liked him to sit in net. He would have had a better chance to take the save from there, because it really wasn't the best angle to get a shot at, and he could have had an easier clear. And, you know, a big thing I'm seeing from less than 0 right now is just, it's the simple touches, you know, because like say a passing play or the ball is in their possession, they have a lot of time. It's they do the wrong touch. Either they hit it when they're supposed to carry it, or they go to dribble it when they should have cleared it down, you know. So it's little touches from LTZ that they really need to fix if they want to keep up with this team.
Yeah, they definitely are going to have to. But I think that stuff will clean up as the season goes along, or at least I hope so. Right now,
definitely.
just the first game, they've got some opportunities to go. But coming here, ball's coming back their way. They're going to maybe have a chance here. 20 seconds left. It's going to be hard, but if they can get a goal pretty quickly, they will have technically enough time to get something going. But Rep is going to cut that off. Is that going to go to the corner? No, not quite. Tries to follow it up himself. Can't get it. Here's a chance for Jesse, and it's just a little bit
far out. Oh, man. I mean, it really doesn't make much of a difference because they're up 2-0, but, you know, you'd like to see just the goal and maybe get a little bit more momentum, swing it in, but there goes Bedtime, taking that pretty dominantly. It was started off pretty slow, but towards the end of the game, they really picked it up.
Yeah, they definitely did right there. And like you said, towards the end, they started to fill each other out, I think, a little bit better on offense, especially. Some of the shots started getting a little bit closer and closer as Jesse almost putting in a third goal right there. Slimy putting in 2 goals, but the 3 saves from Rep getting him the MVP for the game. You know, solid right there in the back, really shutting down a lot of what Less Than Zero tried to do. But Less Than Zero had their chances, man. There were a couple of times where they're just barely missing the goal or barely missing that last pass that would have got them where they needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, this Less Than Zero squad, I think, yeah, is a whole new squad because Prospects was on Bread. He was a starter, and Buddy Van Doodle was a sub for Paradox, I believe. And yeah, it was a sub, I think, for Paradox. So, I mean, and then Alex, I'm not too sure where he was. But, yeah, so it's a whole new squad. So, you know, they got to fill each other out. And, I mean, seeing this Bedtime team with Rep, and he's, like, you know, doing really well as a third man, it seems like. Even though he is the highest MMR, you usually would see that person going up and striking and all that stuff. Like how we saw Poseidon with H2O, he was really pushing out, but it seems like Rep is kind of letting them do his thing, and he's using his skill to kind of sit back and control their movement down the field.
Yeah, and he is definitely doing a good job of that. But as we start out here, here's a long ball. That's going to go to the net. No one's going to be able to save this as Prospects gets a little bit lucky with this touch right here. I really, really thought that, who was this? Was this Jesse would have a chance at it?
It was a Slimy.
It was Slimy. Yeah, it was Slimy.
And he had a lot more time than he thought he did, probably. And, you know, just things like that can really cost you a game. It could be a 1-0 game, but, you know, that's just something where you or your teammates need to communicate, hey, you got time, maybe do a half flip, try to get back, catch it, or just ask your teammate to hit it because you can't get it. So that's a big mistake coming out. And but now it's 1-0. LTZ gets on the board.
Yeah, good stuff from them. And almost getting on the board again as that ball filling right in front of the net. This went up dangerously, going towards the box, but Slimy's going to get to it. Coming back across Jesse. That's not a great 50. This might be a chance at another crossbar shot. As we saw last game, it finally cleared away very well by Jesse, the awesomer right there. Slimy's taken to the corner, trying to get it to the middle. He gets the fake and comes under him. Now Rep doing the same thing right here, just keeping this ball in this corner, trying to keep this play alive. Jesse's turn, and he's going to put a shot on net, but Alex is right there to save this one away. See if Less Than Zero can get something going, but Rep, no, is going to cut this off. Plays it to the right side, tries to follow it up himself, gets no touch on it. Too slow to get to Slimy, but he tries to challenge and play it off the wall, but it's not going to be there. That's a nice pass from Jesse, but everybody going back on his team, looking for boost as Rep tries to buy a little bit of time. No boost here, plays it to the wall. The Prospects reads that pretty well, and he gets a little bit of help from Buddy to keep that out. Slimy is stopped by Alex, and Prospects is going to take over, but they're really not getting an attack going. They're just kind of playing it off the wall right now. Finally, again, back into this corner where it spent most of the match. Rep plays it to the middle a little bit, but Alex cuts it off. Back around, and Jesse is backing up, not going towards this ball, and so it's going to just fall to the opposite corner right here. So, I mean, we're not seeing a whole lot of an opportunity right now. They're just kind of keeping the ball in the corner and not really kind of getting anything towards the middle where the field would open up.
Yeah, see, that's probably my biggest critique of this gameplay from both teams is, I mean, we've seen LTZ for the past, I think, minute just keep playing it off to the side or the corners, and then you see, like, right there, BEDTIME, who gets the goal, like, that's great off Slimy, off the backboard hit from Rep, and then he goes in for the demo, which is what you need to see, but it was a minute straight of them just throwing it off the backboard, and I feel like these teams need to look for each other instead of LTZ clearing it to the corner or just trying to hit it out or something like that. They need to have a teammate slightly move up, clear it to them, get a pass and a transition play. And same with BEDTIME. They had so much control in LTZ's zone, but they weren't looking for each other midfield for the pass. And look at that straight back. I've been talking for about 15 seconds and there was 2 goals scored.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it happens, but that's Rocket League. It comes out so fast. Prospects gets this quick goal, and it just barely missed right there. I think Jesse flies by that ball, just doesn't get quite the read on it. You know that happens on kickoff goals sometimes, where you're just not able to quite read it off the ball like that and get back to the position you want. So you haven't set up your rotation yet. But here we go. Buddy's trying to start something, trying to keep this pressure up, trying to keep this lead. But BEDTIME coming back, looking like that pressure that they had that eventually led slowly to that first goal for them. We'll see what they can do here. That ends up being a decent pass across the middle from Slimy off that probably a little bit of a lucky second touch. Buddy towards the middle. What's he going to do with this? He backs up on this. This is going to give Jesse a chance, but Jesse overplays it. He thinks that Buddy's going to hit it, and he never does. Slimy's to the corner, and Rep is just going to back off this one, probably smartly, going to go ahead and play defense. Knows that he's got plenty of time, doesn't need to push up.
Yeah, see, there was a time, just what I was saying about looking for your teammates, is Buddy was moving down the left side, and then Prospects cleared it down the left, and then Buddy turned around and went back to net, so it forced Prospects to follow it, and he got beat. If Buddy would have stayed up on the left side, it could have been a transition play, but it's just they're not really looking for the passes right now. They're just trying to just hit the ball and clear it out, but, I mean, it's working for them with Buddy with that great clear over the top.
Right, yeah, it is starting to work out a little bit more this game than it did last game. But, you know, there's still some decent pressure coming on here from BEDTIME as Rep's going to try to take this to the wall. He gets it past 2. This could be dangerous, but he loses control of it. Aliex is going to be able to take it. Takes a bit of a hard touch that Slimy takes over, but luckily Buddy is right there behind him to take control. Now here might be a dangerous attack. Buddy gets the pass to the back wall, but Rep reads it well. Plays it back to the corner. Bounces towards Aliex, and Slimy is barely there for that save. Finally, a decent chance for less than 0 right here, getting some pressure up. But Jesse says no, he's going to keep this one down for BEDTIME Esports. Back to this corner, man. This corner that they've spent so much of the game with. Finally comes out of it a little bit in front of the goal, but nothing doing for either team so far.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. I think that was the first time I've seen really a transition from LTZ. I mean, he hit it up to Prospects. Prospects had a nice little transition. And now, I mean, way too much time right there was given to BEDTIME. Slimy hit the ball, waited like 5 seconds, and still got back to it. I feel like LTZ really needs to keep that midfield pressure because that's a huge reason why they're just sitting in their zone, clearing it to the corner, clearing it out. I mean, they've gotten 2 goals off transition, but they've had so much like defense go on because they are just not pushing the midfield and not keeping enough pressure up.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that, you know, you might can pull out a game or 2 and at best out of 3 right here by just playing that heavy defensive style where you're just going to end up lucky up and getting 2 goals without even that much transition. But if you go into a best of 7 in the playoffs, it's going to be rough to keep up, as there was a decent chance for Jesse up to Slimy right there. Not going to happen, though. 10 seconds left. This is going to probably be the last 2 raw right here for BEDTIME. What can they get before we go into game 3? Jesse gets a decent shot on it. He gets it high. Rep, what's he going to get? He gets the touch back. Jesse or Slimy, either one of them going to hit it. No, they might have pitched it.
See, right there, that's just the composure that needs to be found. Is you have 0 seconds, you're down by 1. Rep had a great touch. I thought he was going to go off the backboard and try to demo, so it'd be more free, but he had a good touch to fake out the defense. And that's just where you need to communicate. You know, you had Jesse and Slimy both go up for it when only one needs to go up, and then one needs to stay down just in case it's a bad touch, goes off the side, or just goes off the backboard maybe to give you a free goal. And you know, that's just, I mean, it's a new team, of course, but that's where they need to really communicate, especially in those crunch time moments where you're down by 1 goal, where that could have forced overtime, maybe got a 2-0 sweep on the series. So, yeah, definitely need a little bit more communication there, composure. But besides that, I mean, they did play well. It was a good game back and forth, and now we got that game 3 going on.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. You know, you've got to communicate. You got to know who's going up for that because, you know, even if that hadn't have been the pinch the way it had and been hard like that to go off the back of the wall, by taking both people up there, you don't give yourself the opportunity for the missed shot off the crossbar that's slow for someone to follow up, even if they miss, like you were saying, you know. So, but I think that'll come. This team's looked pretty comfortable together. I think they've looked a little bit better overall. Less than zero is just taking a little bit better of their chances here in the last game. But we will see as it comes out. His buddy again to the crossbar, gets it close, but Prospects is going to follow it up and put it into the net, making me eat my words a little bit right there.
I mean, that is a great shot. Jesse did see Rep up on the backboard, and he did think Rep, you know, had that clear, maybe had a little bit more power to clear it off to the corner, buy him a little bit more time. But you see Rep had barely a missed touch, didn't get to the ball in time, and led to Prospects having a good angle. It was still tough, and that was just a great shot, put it top corner.
Yeah, he really was. His ace again trying here, and the pull shot coming out. I think it was Prospects is the one that ends up hitting this. I'm not sure. Who hits?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Prospects. He gets the pull shot. Great stuff from him, man. Just rammed right into Slimy right there.
Just like that, they're up 2-0, and what I was saying about them moving downfield and also looking to the midfield for each other, like they need to start looking for each other. And now they're looking like they're getting a little bit more comfortable, and they're looking for each other, got a nice pass to set that up to put the pressure on, and you know, LTZ is coming out swinging right now.
Yeah, they are. They're keeping the pressure up, something that they haven't done in the last couple of games. It's the one thing that I was going to fault them for. But right now they're doing a good job of it. And good Lord, Prospects is popping off right now. Technically responsible for all 3 of the goals, considering that last one was a pull shot. He's just finding the back of the net with everything he touches.
Yeah, and it honestly looks like, because the first 2 games, we saw Bedtime heavily in LTZ's zone. They were, you know, getting all these shots on, and LTZ was playing defense, and their goals were transition. They were just playing the transition game, and that was it. And now you see LTZ actually putting the pressure on and being in their zone, and Bedtime looks lost. They don't look like they can handle it and don't know what exactly to do. So it may be a weak point right now that they can't really, you know, talk on their defense or really get that it was clears out, because LTZ is showing that they're ready to fight.
Right, but as you say that, Jesse comes back with some fight of his own. This ball bouncing off the back wall of Prospects. It's his Rep accidentally, and it's a good read from him. He's going to put this into the corner. Slimy almost blocking that one accidentally, really. That's one of those situations where you're freaking out in the goal.
Yeah, he got the bump on Aliex, which caused them both to pop up, and Slimy almost popped right in front of where the ball went. That would have been very unfortunate.
That would. So it was 3-0, and it was looking really in favor of less than zero right here, but coming back to it, you know, definitely plenty of time for BEDTIME Esports to come back into this and take this series win as Jesse plays this to the corner, sticking with his gizmo all 3 games, not mixing it up, showing it's not a gimmick pick. His Rep plays it high. 2-0, not a great touch from Jesse right there. Would have liked to see a little bit more power on it. Maybe he was thinking he was passing it to Rep, but Rep not in a great situation. Now this high ball is going to come right over the top of Slimy, who's just not able to get up to it. And Buddy finally finding the back of the net right here.
Yeah, so it was confirmed Jesse is a gizmo main, so that was confirmed. But I mean, that was just a bang. Rep did wait a while to pop up because he did see Slimy go up, and he probably, you know, Slimy probably said, I got it, went up and missed. So that probably threw Rep off because Rep was a little late to jump up. So, you know, just, you know, misses there on defense really cost them. Now that they're down by 3, I mean, they still have 3.5 minutes left, but the way they're playing, LTZ looks like they're ready to take this one.
Yeah, that's the thing people don't talk about. You know, I mean, technically a double commit might have saved them right there if Rep had gone for it. But in the long run, that's going to be bad, and that's why, you know, you got to be consistent with your hits, especially here in the major league. You can give up goals like that. As Buddy plays this across middle, but no one is there really to save it. They're playing back a little bit. Don't blame them. You've got a 3-goal lead. No reason to really push your advantage too much right here. Just try to keep the ball on the other team's half, as Buddy does. Plays this to the corner. He's got it low. He's going to pop this back towards the middle, and Alex tries to take the half-flip shot, but he's not got it just yet. Now Slimy to himself across the field. Is Jesse going to be able to get there? No. Prospects comes in. Lion, as Rep gets a sort of a poor touch to the side. No one's going to be able to follow up on that.
A little bit of a double mistouch right there. But, you know, BEDTIME was respecting their touches, and they stayed back, so that was good for them because they, you know, it's a costly double miss right there, but, you know, luckily they got to recover.
Yeah, definitely. Aliex tried that shot low. Now he's going to back out. Prospects plays it up. He's just going to play it to the corner. Not going to try to touch the goal. Just keep the time going. You know, the time is on your side right now. 3-goal lead. Buddy trying to put this down, but it is blocked out by a Rep. Good stuff from him. Now Slimy going to try to put on this pressure. He's got Prospects in the corner. He gets the dunk over the top, but Aliex is there. And it gets past both of them. Well, that's a miscommunication on the back end right there.
Yeah, I mean, you go from a miscommunication from LTZ, double committing on the clear, to no committing there from Rep. I mean, Rep had Jesse in front of him. Maybe he assumed, maybe Jesse said he got it, or maybe Jesse assumed Rep had it, and vice versa. So, I mean, just the miscomms. But like I said, this is the opening day of the Major League. Teams are filling each other out. There's really not many teams with more than, one person that stayed on the team. So there's chemistry that needs to be built, trust that needs to be built, and we're going to be seeing that. But hopefully these teams, get this day filled out, get some scrims in, and work their way out through the season.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for right here, and we definitely will. And it's always fun to see them improve as we go along, as it looks like Lesson Zero is probably going to be able to take this with a minute and a half left, 4-goal lead. That's going to be very hard to come back from. But Jesse trying the net, Prospects is going to have it high. Up to Rep. Rep's got it down. That's a nice shot, but it's just a little bit high right there. He almost had the line that he wanted. I think it would have went in had he put it on target. But here comes AliX, and that's a double commit right there. I'm not sure that Buddy was really called into the play just yet. Maybe should have let Ali have that for just another minute. But coming out, Rep looking for it. He dodges around it. Jesse plays it to the corner, seeing if he's got any support over here, but Rep gets bumped. Slimy he's going to play it towards the backboard, and AliX is going to cut it off. But it's out towards Jesse, who gets cut off by Buddy. And then Rep just misses that touch. Maybe trying to put on a shot and cut it a little bit too hard, and just kind of goes around the ball just a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, even though they're down 5-1 and it's going to be almost impossible to get that 4 goals back, you really want to see that goal come out, because he did have a wide open opportunity. There was a person in net, but they were grounded. I'm pretty sure they were kind of boost starved, so Rep should have had a really nice banger on net there, but sadly misses. But maybe it's just because, in his head, it's just like, we lost this game already, but, you still want to see that goal come out.
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel better about yourself, especially going into the next week, or actually not even next week, Thursday's games. Knowing that you can get some goals when you need to. But right now, not looking good. Rep's going to have a solo play right here. They might let him have it. Yeah, AliX not really putting much of a challenge up right there. And that's probably going to do it with 1 second left.
Yeah, I mean, Rep making up for missing that pretty easy shot earlier with the one-on-one dribble. You expect to have him score that, with his MMR showing, and, he is a pretty skilled player. So, yeah, so they're going to get that, but it looks like LTZ is going to take this 5-2 unless we see any 0-second heroics come out from either team.
Yeah, looking like this one is maybe going to – is AliX going to get there? No. Play to the corner, Slimy, and he plays it to the midfield, and that is going to be the series. Lesson Zero goes up 2-1 in that one after a really tightly played series, in contrast to the first one we had tonight. Good stuff from both these teams.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first 2 games, insanely close. I mean, LTZ got shut out in the first game and then came back and won 2-1 the second game. So it could have been anyone's series. It just looks like LTZ carried that momentum from the second win, scoring 2 goals into the third, and they came out swinging with that 3-0 lead to start. And, that was huge for them because, once you get that 3-0 lead, I mean, even a 2-0 lead is safe, but a 3-0 lead is the best because, if someone gets a goal